Hello, it's Bobby, aka Paginator, and today we're doing flip throughs. So I have 5 journals here. These are all going to be available in my Etsy shop. They are all vintage eclectic, and we'll get into these here in a second. But I also want to share with you a journal that I made for my sister. This journal was themed. I called it the Erin and Chansey journal. Erin is my sister's name. Chansey is the name of her amazing, wonderful horse that she had all through her rodeo career. And unfortunately, we lost Chansey too soon. She had to be put down due to health concerns and things much younger than we wanted to say goodbye to her. Um, so you'll see some black and white photos in this journal, and they are of my sister Erin and this beautiful horse Chansey. Now, when I made this journal, it was still when I was really, really sick. I finished it on a Thursday evening, and the very next day I had to leave to go to Utah, and that's where I'd be seeing my sister to give her the journal for her birthday. And I did not have time to film a flip through, not to mention that I couldn't make sound come out of my voice. I had to teach the next day and then leave right away, so there was no time to do a flip through. I was trying to save anything that I had in my voice for teaching the next day. So what I did instead was took a bunch of still photos. I'm going to insert them here and then play some music for you so you can take a look at this journal just kind of a fun look at it. I think it turned out beautifully. And then after that, we'll come back to these journals. All right, I hope you enjoyed looking at that journal. I certainly had a lot of fun making it, and my sister really liked it, or seemed to anyway. So we have these 5 little vintage eclectic journals. These are slightly smaller than like a 9x6 journal. These are more like 7.5 by 5. So I don't know that I call them a mini journal, but they're just a little bit smaller. All of these journals have a soft spine made with fabric, and the signatures are sewed into the fabric, but the spine is soft, so it's flexible and moves like this. They all have book covers, and there are some things that they're going to have in common, some things that are different. I'm going to be taking you through these, and I'm going to call them by the numbers that they are in my tracking system. I keep track of all of my junk journals, and this is number 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. So we'll be going in that order, and so when I say, hey, this is number 51, what I mean is it's the 51st junk journal that I made. And they will be listed with the same numbers in my Etsy shop as well. So we're going to move these ones out of the way and start with 51. I'll take a little bit more time with this one just to, again, show you the main features that are found in all the journals. Again, soft spine here with a book cover. Inside each one, we have this coffee-stained library card envelope, page 1 creations, the number, and there's also a little tag inside. I learned this a technique from Janie over at the Crafting Bookworm about tearing book pages to put on your tags and like decorating with them, and so I've done that quite a bit with these tags. There is some scrapbooking paper that just had kind of a cool vintagey look. There's a little bit of lace, a little bit of crackling on the pattern of the paper. We have some coffee dyed paper, and this one was dyed with some lace. Some of the lace printing really took well, like in this middle part. Some of it didn't take so well. Each journal has a piece of this vellum that's got this like vintage miscellaneous print on it. So this one we have some ads for some different things like complexion beautifier or cornstarch. There are some digital printables in here. I am not sticking to one time period. This is vintage eclectic, which means we're going to see some Victorian things. We're going to see some things from the 20s. There's going to be a little bit of a mishmash. I think it's kind of fun that way. Another digital thing. This is some strange Victorian photos. Maybe not strange, but just interesting. I've got some coffee dyed braille paper here. This is a page that's got some collaging with some writing space. Lots of writing space here. Here's an old newspaper page, which is a digital print, and then attached to this is an envelope. So each one of the journals has one of these envelopes, and I've collaged all over the envelope. I love that print right there. That's beautiful. And they also have a collaged journaling card on the inside that is made from an old flashcard. So if you get one of these, on the back of the journaling card, there's going to be a cursive letter or letters, depending on what flashcard I made the journaling card from. And that just clips down over the page. There's newspaper images on both sides there. Some more scrapbook paper. And more scrapbook paper. This is some, I'm going to forget the exact right name of this. It's a special kind of paper that's cicada-wing or something. It's called like after a bug wing or something it's named after. I don't remember exactly, but it's very much like sewing pattern paper. So maybe I'll just call it sewing pattern paper. Some more coffee dyed paper. The lace came out much more on this part of the page. More scrapbooking paper, newsprint. Some of these newspaper pages that I found were just really fun. This is an old book page, and it has a poem on it about a flower, a yellow pansy. The back side is a little story about a cottage. Some more braille paper, little Victorian young man. This cute page. The other part of the vellum. More coffee dyed paper, more of this paper, and then our signature starts with this pocket, and there's an altered playing card. Lots of writing space here and here. This is an old book page. You might recognize from some of my other flip throughs. I have an old German book with the old-fashioned font, and I put a page from that in there. So each journal has a couple pieces from this paper pack, and one of them is folded in half, kind of like a triangle wise, so there's some interesting shapes here. This one, I added some lace and just some pieces of coffee dyed paper, like a little notepad to write on. And those are just attached to an old book page. This one is another old book page, and I left most of it the way it was, but I wanted to put this little header here to cover the staples that held the coffee dyed paper on the backside. Some more braille paper with just a little button embellishment. Here we have some mulberry paper. Again, not really stuff that you would write on. It's more decorative, but you could also write on it with a Sharpie, I suppose, if you wanted to. More coffee dyed paper. Another beautiful image. Lots and lots of writing space here. More image, more coffee dyed paper. Here's the other half of the mulberry paper. Braille. We have this great big tag. Each journal has a large jumbo-sized tag that's clipped in with a couple paper clips. And this one on the back, you can see, has got some dyed paper. This one was dyed with oxides, if I remember right. And just some more collaging on here. It's really cute. And it's another old book page. This one has Annabel Lee by Edgar Allan Poe on it. On the back of that page, I did some collaging with this little sentiment, creativity takes courage. Some more of the scrapbook paper and then German paper. You could write a whole bunch right here. You can write over the images too, depending again on what kind of pen you have, stuff, but you can write over top of any of this stuff. Or cover it with your own paper, I guess, if you don't like what I put in there. Here's another altered altered playing card. And I made little whale tail tabs for, I think, one of the altered playing cards in each of these journals. They're kind of fun to make. I kind of just tried to figure out how to make one. In one of Janie's videos, she was talking about how they don't make punches for whale tail tabs anymore, and I was looking at it and I thought, I bet I can figure out how to make that. They're pretty simple. You just need a circle punch, and you can make them. Vintage paper ephemera inside the back cover, and that is the end of number 51. Number 52 has this orange cover and this beautiful fabric here. Here is the tag. So again, 52. So again, I'll just do a flip through of the rest of these. I probably will only talk to point out significant differences between this journal and the other one, and so on as we go through the rest of these. I love this picture. This poem is called Ode to a Nightingale. Here's this envelope. And here is the card. I really like the fountain on that print. There's that cute page. And these pages, lots and lots of writing space here. This one has a pocket. This is the only one that has a pocket. And then this little mini book. It is just collaged on the front and back and writing space inside. Another poem called To a Daisy. I have to stop here and point out this book page is a passage from the amazing play, The Importance of Being Earnest. I love it so much. If you get this one, number 52, the vellum is turned so that the print is facing out toward the outsides of the signature, and it happens to be in the middle, so it looks a little bit funny, like, why is this backwards? I was trying to do it to face the print outwards, so that's why that looks backwards right there, but then you just turn it and it's right way Here is a jumbo tag for this one. The sentiment says escape the ordinary. And this book page is called The Explanation. It is the part of Pride and Prejudice where Mr. Darcy gets to explain his actions to Elizabeth. And there's the end of number 52. Here is number 53. Here's a look at the fabric on the binding. It's a map kind of print. This picture reminds me of Wednesday. I know she doesn't have the long braids and stuff, but like, I don't know, for some reason it's giving me Wednesday vibes. A couple of the journals have this old vintage like ledger paper. It does tear very easily, and some of the pieces just did not want to stay together as part of the signature. I love this page. I mean, it's cute because you've got this lady here and stuff, but then there's also tons of writing space. This is another old book page, and this one comes from a book that was scented pages, and you can still get a whiff of the scent from the perfume or whatever that they sprayed on the book every once in a while. Now, this newspaper page had kind of a funny print on it, but there were two ladies that were pretty much bare-breasted, and so I did a little bit of a collaging over top of them just because for my own self I didn't want to have that there. Here is the envelope for this one. And we'll look at the card. I like that Monstera leaf. It just is like a nice pop of green just to stand out with all the other milder colors. Here is the other side of that before they put the envelope back on. This is another great image. Lots of writing space underneath this big tag, and this one has just lots of florals and then some vintage bill kind of papers, and it says shake it off, because why not? You can see the lace that came through really nicely on this page. And there's number 53. Number 54 has this dark green cover with the tree embossed here, and the fabric is, it looks almost pure black in the viewfinder on the camera. It does have a few little pops of like a grayish blue and some browns in here. It's just hard to see on camera. Again, this is number 54. This piece of ledger paper, is a smaller piece, and we're keeping it there because the smaller piece is staying in. It's somewhat cooperating. This is Just Keep Going. I think it's kind of cute. I've been reading a Sense and Sensibility retelling, and it's been so cute. And so this picture makes me think of Marianne and Eleanor in the original Sense and Sensibility, or the two sisters in the one that I'm reading now. I love, love, love that story. In fact, I might go watch that movie later tonight. Here is our playing card there. Look at how cute she is. This book page says Wild Plum Jam, and it's kind of a little essay about jam. This one just, it felt like it needed some lace on top. This one has kind of a colonial looking print. We've got the guys with the three-cornered hats on. I know it's super tiny, so you can't see it very well, but that's what it is. This one, this envelope is my favorite one out of all of the envelopes that I made. There's something about the red maybe that just pops for me. I don't know. I absolutely love, love, love this one. There is your card. We will also see this part of the same print on the big tag that we'll get to in a little bit. Here is the back of that page. This one reminds me of the girl in Beetlejuice. I am alone. I am utterly alone. Another red flower, just because I like them so much. And this is just a collage a little bit with a lot of writing space. Use some of that ledger paper. Some more. Look at this. It's so cute. Art Deco-y. Love it. I'm so glad I decided to mix up the different time periods here. I think it just makes these journals really fun. This book page passage says, a villa on the Riviera. I should say, the book pages we're seeing, the white with these printed passages, they're all from the scented books. It wasn't just that one page that I pointed out before. We got this cute little cluster down here. I like this lady. She's got the windswept look. Here's our jumbo tag. You can see that same print again, but I added this little Victorian lady and another red sticker there. And the sentiment down here says, trust your soul. Here's a good look at the back. And there's the page underneath. This one says market morning, so it's probably talking about like a village marketplace kind of a thing. It's from a passage by Charles Dickens from Going Through France and Italy. Here's another cute collaged page. Sweet little girl here. Another lady with an umbrella. And there's the end with number 54, so we just have one more to go. Here is number 55. Same green cover, S54, same fabric for the spine. This one has a lot of birds in it, so we're going to see a bird and a bird cage on this tag. And I just kept getting inspired to put birds in not every page, but in quite a few of the pages. So we're going to see some birds. Look at this paper. Oh, I'm almost sad that I'm going to be sending this off to someone because it's so beautiful. I want to use it for my own journal. Oh. Oh, cute little bird down here. Cherish every moment is what this page says. And then this is another one of those scented book pages. It's simply called Blue, and it's a little essay about blue things. Unfortunately, it's partially cut off because the page can only go over so far. Cute little bird. Here's a really beautiful illustration also from the scented book. Here's a good look at this page here, and then our envelope, birdcage, and birdcage here, and our card has a birdcage. Are you surprised? We want some little purple flower stickers added on to those. Here is the back of the page there. Lots of writing space here. Her hat is fabulous. Had to have a card with a bird on it. This one has a cardinal. We've got a feather in this little cluster down here. Sorry, that was like in the shadow. There's a better look at it. Got a little bit of lace on this page. Now this page was hard for me to put in here, and I'll tell you why. This piece of art right here makes me think of Anne and Diana in the sequel to the Anne of Green Gables movie, and I think they just call it Anne of Green Gables the sequel. Anyway, the second one that they made with Megan Follows and crap, I'm gonna forget the girl's name who played Diana, but there's a scene where they're walking along the beach and they have these white dresses, and it's just lovely, and it just makes me think so much of them. And Anne of Green Gables is the book that was so influential on me and my life and what I've tried to do with my life. It was hard to put this one in here, but I know I'm not going to get to using it for ages, and I have tons of Anne of Green Gables kind of related stuff, so I went ahead and put it in here anyway. Love this one. I mean, this one's cute too, but this one I just really, really, really love. Here is our jumbo tag. Now, no bird cages or birds on this one. We have a lady in a corset, and we have a stamp and a little like seal thing, just some different collaging on here, and some writing space on the back. Here's another one that's collaged with some of that ledger paper, and this one says everything is figure outable. This book page is a poem called River Nymphs by Edmund Spenser. I had to do a presentation with some friends in my college early English literature class on Edmund Spenser, and one of the guys that was in my group for that project, he ended up working in the same building as me as a teacher for like 10 years or something. It was kind of crazy. So we both moved far away from where our university was, ended up in the same school building. Here is the last altered playing card. It has some cute birds on it. And there is the end of number 55. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, these are going to be listed in my Etsy shop, and I do have free shipping for all my junk journals anywhere in the US. So no pressure, but if you're interested, that's where you can find them. Links will be in the box below. And in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, journaling, or crafting. Adios.